Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to take a look at the Chiaotzu. So Chiaotzu is on his way to being an LR, but we're not quite there yet. Now, I do want to do a video covering the Chiaotzu, but I mean, there's not a lot to work with here. I mean, let's just be straight up. So number one, remember he is going to be an LR. We do know this because of his stat spread. You see this is 12,800, then this is 17,000. You get the about 5,000 to each stat. That lets you know that it's kind of like a summonable character's stat spread, which is what they give to every LR, except for LR Pan. But I think that one is very clearly because they only decided to make Pan an LR after the fact, later on, right? So right now, I mean, this is not what this character is going to be as LR. There is going to be obviously monumental changes. We know for a fact that this character is not just going to be Chiaotzu as well, because he only has time travelers right now, which means any categories a Chiaotzu character normally has. Let me pull those up. So here's a Saiyan Saga Chiaotzu. He's on Saiyan Saga, Earthling, Worthy Rival, Bond of Friendship, Earthbred Fighters. Essentially, these four categories being missing right here, because Saiyan Saga is obviously just the saga he was in, shows us that it's not going to be Chiaotzu. It's probably going to be like Goldo or Captain Ginyu. Something along those lines is what I'm expecting for Chiaotzu to actually get, right? But we'll see. We'll see how it's going to actually look. So, I guess we'll just jump in here. Now, right now, he only, again, is on the time traveler category, which means this is all we've got. It's not good, right, to say the least. So, we can't even, I mean, this Trunks is now way too old. I like to do all showcases and stuff in, like, tough fights, but Chiaotzu, we can't run him in, like, any tough fight. We can't. I would have to run like a super class lead or something in order to do that. So I mean, we'll just jump into an event, see what stats Chiaotzu is going to put up, and then we'll finish up for now. It's still very early to tell exactly what this guy is going to look like, right? I mean, look at this, per time traveler ally in the team. Time traveler is going to need significant upgrades, by the way. I mean, look at this. I don't think, I mean, the Daima characters are very good, so we do have that, but that's pretty much all we've got is the Daima characters, and then I suppose Blue Goku and Vegeta, maybe like, you know, physical VB, but I mean, I don't know. The time traveler category has always been an interesting one because it has such a huge variety of superclass characters and villains all over the place here. So, all right, let's just jump into an event. Let's see what we can make old boy Chiaotzu look like here on the time traveler team. Oh wait, actually, quickly, let me just show. I do have a rainbow. So this is like the only character I have not given God equips to, but that's just because, I mean, I don't know. Wait, let me look at his kit again. We probably could just give him God equips. I mean, bro, yeah, I mean, there's no way he's gonna be an LR and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, how did I not give him, how did I not give him additional? No way. Hold on, we'll upgrade. We'll give him God equips. We can give him God equips. All right, guys, yeah, so we'll rock just like this. Easily have enough, you know, God equips to go around. Let's hop in. Let's just see some of the numbers Chiaotzu can get. I don't think that, I mean, you know, it's not going to be the craziest. He has no setup. He has no partners. Right now, this is just a completely dead character. I mean, look at his partners. His best partners here. Like, like the character is just completely the definition of nothing right now. But, I mean, I do like kind of what I describe as the skeleton of the kit. So, I mean, Rainbow Orb changing, tons of dodge, tons of support. I mean, this could be a good character, for sure. Alright, guys. So we're hopping in here. I mean, you know, we're a little... We're in the lower end of difficult content. And by lower end, I mean the exact epitome of zero. We're just in a Dokkan event just to show some of Chiaotzu's stats. But again, for right now, setup for Chiaotzu, it's like we got to go into like 2023 difficult content. It's not even really, I think, Chiaotzu so much as it is like Trunks. Running that Trunks time traveler team, I think, would be pretty iffy. But if we take a look at this, again, I mean, I guess most of this video has been me yapping rather than actual gameplay. Here, let's just hit this. Let's hit this. So, big important thing right here, we do want to go in slot 3. So, again, I like what I'm seeing here. Rainbow Orb changing, dodge, damage reduction crit, support, go in slot 3. If they're going to give us a free-to-play LR who is, you know, supporting Rainbow Orb changing, has dodge, damage reduction, and they're asking us to put him in slot 3, that's a very useful character, man. That could be a very useful character. So, I like their thinking so far with this. Now, Link set, of course, going to be a major problem. Courage, telekinesis, telepathy, solid support, shattering the limit. I mean, there's just almost nothing we're going to get with this Link set. We are going to have Supreme Kai in the team. You know, she's pretty old, but we could run her Supreme Kaya time as a good linking partner for... well, you know, with the God equips, we could call him the ultimate Chiaotzu. Yeah, I was just looking at it, and I was like, you know what? Damn, I guess I could just give him God equips. When he was an SSR, I didn't give him God equips, but, I mean, outside of when the Popo event was here for a week, and, like, you know, World Tournament was there, so I wasn't grinding the Whis event that day, and when EZAs drop, I always get them to stage 77 for the titles. Besides those moments, like, I mean, I am doing Whis event literally every second of every day. It's like, because I do want all my characters to be as strong as they can. I want to max them out. I want to do everything I can. The only way I could do that is just Whis event all day, every day. What's funny is, even if box space was never an issue for me, and, I mean, if that was true, my power level would be probably over 50 million right now. I probably would eventually get caught anyway, because I would certainly have to prioritize Whis event grinding over Link leveling, right? Like, again, in order to get these God equips for characters, like, this is just gonna need to be done every second of every day. So, we got it. Nothing we can do but keep pushing. Alright, so Vegeta can get his EX Super, you know, get a little bit of extra defense for Chiaotzu, maybe make him look a little bit better. And obviously we do have to run him in slot 3 in order to see his full potential, right? I think the fact that the Daima characters are on Time Travelers, by the way, does give me optimism about what the category could look like. Alright, so here's Chiaotzu. 7 million he's at? Okay. And then don't forget, I mean, we did show the whole rotation, but Chiaotzu was giving support on the entire rotation. You know, so he was giving 50% attack and defense, because we have 5 Time Traveler characters. That was pretty good. And then with his super attack effect, he gets 30% attack and defense, and then he is lowering enemy attack and defense. Alright, so let's come back for his next rotation here. Alright guys, here we are on our next rotation. This will be good, because we'll actually be able to pair up the ultimate Chiaotzu with Supreme Kaya time here. So we'll be able to get a couple of his links activated. But the only thing is, what links exactly is this? So we're getting... Here, let's do this. So we're going to get Telekinesis active. So we're going to lower their defense by 20%. Now, I mean, do I need to mention what the problem is here? Look at the roster for this link, and it doesn't do anything. This is crazy. The buff for this should be 50% attack and defense. Something like that. 60% attack and defense. Alright, so we have Telekinesis up. Then we have, what? Solid support. Okay, so that's just going to give us some attack. Lowering enemy defense as well, again, but that's mostly pointless. And then we're going to have Shattering Limit, which is, you know, just 2 key 5% attack and defense, yeah. So, alright, sure. So, I mean, we get some links up, doesn't even really matter too much. Now, remember, Chiaotzu's role is almost assuredly going to be just like a you know, Rainbow Orb changing support type character. So, like, links don't really matter as much, truthfully, on a character like this. It's much more of a problem if the character is intended, like, if they're intended to be like a big time damage dealer. I think a lot of times you could have like negative synergies with a lot of characters. Like I don't know how to word like Dokkan Fest Videl is a character, honestly, who comes to mind with that, right? Where it's like when she first came out, she was just so like above every other character, it didn't matter. But very quickly, as the game kind of caught up with her, you know, the links do become a real problem, and the negative synergy with the team. But Chiaotzu is just going to be a floating support anyway, so I mean, bro, I'll say this: I'm on board with Chiaotzu here because he's definitely going to have a good kit. It's just a matter of what is the time traveler team going to look like, and what other teams is Chiaotzu going to have, right? Again, if it's like Ginyu and Goldo, I don't really know. I mean, join forces, but remember, join forces is a category that has nearly been abandoned ever since tags came out. There have actually been very few join forces characters since tags have become a thing. And one of the very few join forces characters that has dropped is the tag character, the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, right? All right, so there's Chiaotzu's above 10 million right there. Okay. We get another super up to 11 million. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. You know, as long as the setup is nice, I do think Chiaotzu, I mean, bro, he could be legit. He could straight up be a legit option. I think we'll get, I'm just going to get one more rotation with Chiaotzu, and we'll finish up. Again, there's not really too much to do right now in terms of the rainbow video for him. There's really not. I mean, it's, you know, Time Travelers itself, like the Trunks is our hidden potential system dodge or die, right? So it's going to be a little bit iffy, but when he becomes an LR, I'm sure we'll be able to have a lot more fun. All right, guys, let's just get one more rotation for the ultimate Chiaotzu, and we will finish up. Again, just a little bit of extra juicing we had in here with Vegeta and Trunks. I mean, it's not like it's the craziest buff of all time, but hey, it's a little something, right? We are 4 for 4 in terms of his super attacks, too. I'll definitely take that. So, let me know what you guys think of Chiaotzu. I do think that he's actually going to be quite effective, quite an effective character. Well, hopefully. Let me say, I have high optimism that he'll actually be solid. We just need to hope that he's going to have like an actual setup where we could play him. I don't think he's going to have a place in GDC. Only one of what I anticipate to be the 6 LRs is a time traveler character, and that's Cell. So I don't know. I mean, the thing is, Chiaotzu's kit, though, wouldn't really... Like, that wouldn't really, like, deter him. Like just if Cell was, like, the leader of Time Traveler or something like that, that wouldn't necessarily mean that the Chiaotzu and Gold or whatever it is, you know, couldn't be good, right? They just want to have a lot of Time Traveler characters around, which, you know, should be easy to do. Alright, so there's that. Daima Vegeta, good stuff. If he had hit a little bit more EX supers, we could have made Chiaotzu's defense look a little bit more impressive, but you know how it is. Additional regular super, regular super, regular super. EX super? What's that? Yeah, there you go. Right on cue, Vegeta. Nice. Okay, Chiaotzu. 8.4 right there. So, I mean, he does have a little bit of juice next to Supreme Kai, right? Plus, we did have VB, who was supporting... and then also Supreme Kai of Time. So there we go. Oh, hidden potential system additional super. Oh, yeah. There you go, guys. There is TUR Chiaotzu. All right, guys. So there was Chiaotzu. Let's go ahead and take a look at his details, although there isn't that much there for now, right? So this is heightened willpower Chiaotzu. Remember, in terms of teams, there's not really much right now. It's just this Trunks. He only has one category, Time Travelers, at the moment, right? Leader skill, of course, is Time Travelers category 2 key, 50% of stats. Passive skill, Telekinetics Willpower. He gets 2 key and 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. He randomly creates Rainbow Key Spheres, which is good, and has 30% dodge. Per Time Traveler ally in the team, he gets 50% attack and defense up to 250%. He gets 6% crit, dodge, and damage reduction up to 30%. And then he gives all allies 10% attack and defense up to 50%. So I could definitely see the LR version of this character probably having combined 80% dodge. Right now it's 60%. I could see this, maybe they buff this to 50 or buff this to 50. But, I mean, 80% dodge, Rainbow Orb changing support looks like a useful character to me, coming, potentially. Then when attacking with 12 or more ki, Chiaotzu gets 150% defense. I guess this is kind of like our only negative here. We really would want this to be when receiving an attack. I mean, we want to run him as slot 3, but if it was when receiving, it would certainly protect him a little bit in case of locking or AoEs or something like that, right? Then, when attacking as the third attacker in a turn, he gets 150% attack, and an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super. And then after delivering a final blow, he recovers 30% of HP at the end of the turn. His super attack is the Dodon Ray. He gets 30% attack and defense for one turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, and then lowers enemy attack and defense. His link set is, one of the worst ever. Courage, Telekinesis, Telepathy, Solid Support, and Shattering Limit. Who knows what the link set will look like as an LR. The one thing that is good, though, is because they went down the path of having Chiaotzu be a floating, Rainbow Orb changing support character, in truth, his links do not determine how good this character is going to be. He could keep this dog shit link set, and, I mean, he's still going to have that strong support and the orb changing and stuff. He could still be very good. Right. Remember, like link sets and stuff, it matters a lot more when it's, Tech Metal Cooler or some shit like that compared to, mini Supreme Kai. Just as a couple of examples, right? This guy's role is to be like a floating support. Tech Metal Cooler is designed to be the anchor of the best team in the game, right? Like, very different things. All right, so we have that. 12 ki multiplier, 140%, which is usually what we see for kind of like TURs and stuff like this. So that's good. Maybe the LR will have a 150% 12 ki multiplier then. Okay, that could be good. Some free-to-play LRs have that and some don't. We'll see what's going to happen with Chiaotzu here. And then finally, again, remember, not really too crazy in terms of category teams. It's just Time Travelers. Just Time Travelers is it. That is all we've got. And it's not even like there's a backup leader we could have ran besides Trunks. Trunks is the most recent Time Traveler leader, so it's like Chiaotzu, he really doesn't exactly have a setup to run on at the moment, right? But, I'm sure it's not the end of the world because he's still just a TUR. Maybe once this guy becomes his LR, we will be ready to go. Or maybe he'll become an LR, looks pretty good, but he doesn't have a setup, and then the setup will follow. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch y'all next time.